Okay, so which one of you had a loose tooth? Is it still loose, Hampton?
No.
No? Let's see. Fell out, huh? So, how did it come out, Hudson?
I punched him in the mouth.
In the mouth? Why?
Because he always is mean and fights me. I think.
You think?
Was that right? No, it broke my tooth. Some of it.
Is there still some tooth in there?
Yeah.
That's your grown-up tooth in there. It's gonna grow up out of there.
It's not a tooth.
So, where is the tooth now?
In the cafeteria at school.
He punched you in the cafeteria?
Yeah. No, it was like when we were dismissing, like in the cafeteria, when we were in line for bus.
So did
Miss Amanda crashed.
so you didn't bring the
Dad, Miss Amanda crashed. No, she didn't. She did. No, the motor got
So where's the tooth? It's gone?
Yep,
So what should we do about the tooth fairy?
I don't know. Write a note. We have to write a note.
What's the note gonna say, Hudson?
It's going to say, here is your tooth.
But it won't be there. So what should it say, Hudson?
Here is your tooth. I lost it.
But it won't be there, bud. You can't say here is your tooth.
I lost my tooth.
But that's the point. That's when you have to give it to the tooth fairy.
Yeah, but
So he lost it, but then he lost it again. He lost it from his mouth. Then he lost it outside of his mouth. Right? So what should the note say? Like, what are you trying to get at with the tooth fairy? So Hudson, what if when you lose your tooth, your first tooth, you have to give it to Hampton to leave under his pillow for the tooth fairy?
no.
Why is that not fair?
He can write a note. He has to write a note.
But what is the note going to say? Hampton, what do you think the note should say?
Stop doing that, Hudson. It should say that. Stop doing that, Hudson.
Hampton, what should the note say, you think?
I don't know.
Maybe just sorry, like, we're going to skip this one? Because what is a tooth fairy that doesn't need a tooth?
Oh. Here was your tooth note.
Here's your tooth note. Think that'll get the job done, Hampton?
Nope. That's just going to say, here's your tooth note. Hey. Stop being mean. I hope you don't punch me in the mouth again.
Guys, so what did we establish here? Hudson, you shouldn't be punching your brother. Hampton, you got to keep a better handle on your teeth, bud. Got lost that easily. So, but we really didn't resolve what happens with the tooth fairy.
I know.
We can write a note, but we got to have something that's going to make sense to the tooth fairy. Mom doesn't even want the tooth fairy to come in our house.
She has to.
Well, she's not coming now. Why would she come?
She is. Only at night when you're asleep.
So, but Hampton, we got to write something on this note that's going to be from you. That's going to encourage the tooth fairy to come, and encourage the tooth fairy to leave you something, right?
I know.
No, Hampton's going to answer the question.
I know. I seriously know. That would be like ask. I lost my tooth. Wait. Wait. I lost my tooth.
Hudson, let Hampton.
I am
let Hampton.
sorry. I lost my tooth. I cannot give it. That's a bad sentence.
Maybe it's kind of please consider still leaving me something.
Oh. lost my tooth. I cannot find it. Can you please forgive me?
So should the tooth fairy still leave you a full payment, or maybe just part of a payment?
Oh, I know.
Like what part, Hampton?
I know.
Like half a payment?
I lost my tooth. I am sorry. Can you please give me $1?
So Hampton, what are you expecting from the tooth fairy if you had a tooth? How much money?
I was expecting $100 until Hudson punched me in the mouth.
So now what are you expecting, Hampton? What do you think's fair?
50.
$50?
Yeah, it's less than 100.
Right. So Hudson, what do you think? What were you expecting that he was going to get from the tooth fairy for one tooth? How much? 99 what? $99. So now how much should he get if he's not leaving a tooth for the tooth fairy?
Couldn't I just leave? 99. Couldn't I just leave that tooth?
What
That
tooth?
other tooth that I have?
No, the animal tooth?
Yeah.
No. So, guys, who told you about this $100 for a tooth thing?
Nobody.
So where'd you come up with the expectation it's gonna be $100?
No.
Hudson, what's a more reasonable number? And that $100 is a lot of money.
Maybe like 15.
15. So now, if we don't have a tooth, though, how much is reasonable?
No. What was reasonable that? Reasonable that time was 100, but this time, it is. This time it's gonna be $15.
So we'll have to see if this note does anything. It could be 0. It could just be a smiley face on a note. All right. So Hudson, stop punching your brother. Hampton, keep track of those teeth. Love you guys.